Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Monday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Brett Pritchard. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, 256-234-6221, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Not what we had in mind on the road out in College Station, Texas. Auburn falls to the Aggies 27-10. It was a very difficult time for Auburn on the offensive side of the ball. Pretty much held their own defensively, gave up really two plays that resulted directly in 14 points for Texas A&M, an 80-yard run and about a little bit less than a 40-yard touchdown pass. It was a great pass by Johnson and the receiver to hold on to it. Jalen Simpson made hit him pretty good, but he held on. So outside of those two plays, I thought the defense played extremely well, but gave Auburn an opportunity. But the offense just absolutely could get nothing going. We'll break that down today. Love to hear from you. 256 again, 256-234-6221, or dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page and comment away. You can also look us up on our YouTube page as well. Go there and subscribe to that. Like it, please. We would appreciate it. Brett, I mean, you can break this down, and we'll talk about the ins and outs of it.
It broke down all right.
It broke down, but there's, it just basically comes back to the fact, we knew that it was going to be a struggle coming into the year. And Hugh Freeze has been talking about that, and he's been very plain-spoken and saying, look, the next three teams we're going to play have been really, really good. We looked at the discrepancies between the rosters last week. We knew that. Auburn's a bit undermanned, but we were hoping maybe that with the additions on the offensive line, with Peyton Thorne, you were going to be able to move the football through the air. The passing game would be competitive. Not been the case so far, at least certainly on the road against decent talent in California, and Texas A&M's got good talent. But just a historically bad third quarter there, 2 yards, and Auburn with a grand total of 56 yards passing in this game.
I think our excitement that we came out of the first game on the penalty side, lack of pre-snap penalties and discipline has been tempered. Every time we get near the red zone, we have a devastating holding penalty or something that, I think Coach Freeze talked about it. Look, I was cautiously optimistic, like all Auburn fans going into the season, thinking maybe, like you said, with the additions of the transfer portal and all that. But that's reared its ugly head already. These guys, a lot of these guys aren't up to snuff in this conference. It's not anybody's fault. It's not calling anybody out. I tried against all of y'all to try to give Peyton Thorne the benefit of the doubt. I was the Lone Ranger in the corner waving the shaker saying if they just leave him alone and let him take control, I think he could do it. He can't do it. I concede on that too. He just, you can't come out and go 6 of 12 for 44 yards. And now, look, I know he had pressure, but a lot of that, as a veteran quarterback, you got to know when to roll out and waste the football. You can't just keep taking sack after sack after sack. Now, when somebody's in your grill right out of the gate, that's one thing. But when you sit back there and hold it and you can't find people, and then we saw that there were open receivers, and he just absolutely missed a wide open Jay Fair going down the sideline for a touchdown. When you can't make those plays, you're not up to snuff in this league, and that's what we got to deal with. I made the mistake of listening to Hugh Freeze in the pregame locker room, not press conference, but interview with Andy Burcham, and man, I was ready to go jump off a bridge somewhere after that. It was like he was trying to set the tone going, hey, yeah, I wish this was a couple of years down the line that we had a full roster and had a bunch of great play. I mean, he just went on and said it. And, I mean, it was like, man, you kind of tempers your excitement about the game, and then you go out there and you knew why he was saying what he was saying. And, again, I'm not saying this team can't get better, but Texas A&M was a game I felt like we needed to win if we in this next 4-game stretch along with Ole Miss. I don't think we really have a shot against Georgia and LSU, but I think we needed to win that one. It was a great opportunity. As you saw, their offense was very anemic in the first half, and Weigman goes down, and they bring in Johnson. Of course, he looks like an All-American. We were in a text thread talking about that, but I'll shut up. But for the most part, it just kind of made things come to light for me that this team is way off, and it's not the kids' fault. It's not this coaching staff's fault. We're just going to have to live through this season, as painful or non-painful as it may be, and you're going to have to get elite players, and that's what Hugh Freeze and his staff are doing. They've got 78% of this coming up class is blue chips. It leads the country right now in percentage. So all you can do is go out and get players that can come in and be elite players in this league and give yourself a chance to win. Until then, we're going to have to weather the storm.
Yeah, well, here's the good news. As bad as the offense played, especially in the third quarter, but overall throughout the game, 15 tackles for loss they gave up to Texas A&M. 7 sacks they gave up to Texas A&M. As bad as the offense played, Auburn was down 10 with the ball driving inside the 30 of Texas A&M with 9 minutes to play.
Yeah.
We had an opportunity. I mean, we had a
smoke and mirrors.
Well, no. Not smoke and mirrors. Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, I'm just smoke and mirrors from an overall perspective that Texas A&M was really bad too.
Yeah, well, Texas A&M's not good.
They're not a good football team. That's kind of where I'm going with it. So,
but I'm just saying. But I don't think Texas A&M's any worse than Arkansas. I don't think they're any worse than Mississippi State. They're certainly not any worse than Vanderbilt. So, I mean, these are the kind of games that Auburn could still be in. And I'm not ready to concede to say, okay, well, we're not going to win an SEC game this year.
I didn't say that. I said that, when you look at this West and the way it is playing out, and again, it's unfortunate that we're not better than we are talent-wise, because we would have a really golden opportunity to really do something special this year. We just don't have the depth, and then I know injuries. We just get injured. We just continue to get injured. Bucks. I mean, this thing just keeps rolling in. So I've been very proud of our defense. I think they're above average. As far as their performance based on expectations, but this offense is putrid. There ain't any way I can spin it. I don't want to lose credibility standing up here or sitting up here trying to make it out like it's something that it's not. Peyton Thorne, I tried for 3 weeks to tell all of y'all, just let the guy, because he came in and went for over 200 passing, 100 rushing against Sanford. He goes on the road and looks like he's never played football before. I mean, just the sheer inaccuracy. And that's what we all gave Robbie Ashford so much grief about, is his inability to be accurate and move the chains. Well, Peyton Thorne may be worse, looking at it from this past game. And so I know that's the frustrating thing. You saw Hugh Freeze on the sideline one time where I think it was after the missed pass to Jay Fair, he's just looking down at the ground like, when we have chances to make plays, we miss them. And you can't, with this team, miss on those plays if you're going to have a chance to.
You can't have 10 penalties.
No, you can't.
That, in crucial times, and you can't miss. And that's the thing that I don't. That's the thing that I don't think any of us quite understand, and I'm not sure Hugh Freeze and Philip Montgomery understand it. But you got a guy like Peyton Thorne who has had success. Real success in a real conference in the Big Ten. And when he comes over here, the 2 games on the road against Power 5 competition, he's just looked lost.
Right.
And he looks like he's not making the right reads at the line of scrimmage.
This is a makeshift
team. He can't make
team.
the routine throws.
No.
And I don't understand. That's what I basically don't understand. I understand he's under tremendous pressure and you want to get gun shy, but when you can't, early in the game, when he had time, Brett, it wasn't like, well, it was a little bit behind him, or it was a
bad.
little.
It's bad.
He was missing guys by 5 to 10 yards.
You know, my son told me this Saturday. He said, Dad, he just looks like a guy that doesn't know how to play in this league and is confused by SEC defenses and the way they – and that was very apparent. I mean, somebody go out and go 6-12, you know, and just get sacked 5 or 6 times is completely unsure of themselves and a little bit on the nervous side from a standpoint of he doesn't look like a guy 2 years ago that went 11-2 and, you know, broke all those records for Michigan State and set the world on fire. Again, this is a makeshift team. And I'm going to say this again. I didn't have – we tried to build it up, but we don't have high expectations. I don't know what we'll end up being. The rest of the SEC looks mediocre. If we can somehow get something going on offense, maybe enough passing to make us dangerous, the running game, I think, can carry us on a lot of things. And, you know, I think our offensive line does a decent job on the run blocking side of things. And I think our defense will keep getting better and better. But, you know, at the end of the day, 51 new faces. We knew this was a makeshift team, and good Lord, thank you for bringing the ones in that they did, because if Brian Harsin was still down there and we would have kept what we had, none of these new guys, albeit whether they're decent or not, wouldn't even be here right now.
No, there would be no hope. No, for sure. Well, I thought if Auburn could beat Texas A&M, they had an opportunity to win 8 wins. That has now gone by the wayside.
Yeah.
So I'm still not saying they can't win 7. I'm just
looking at the offensive woes.
It's got to get better.
That's got to improve.
It's got to
drastically.
improve quarterback play.
We got a lot of
for
comments
sure.
when we come back.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling in to Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs discounted up to $9,500 off. The exciting 24 Chevrolet Equinox as low as $369 per month. The popular Chevy Traverse discounted up to $6,000 off.
Get your best price every day at Glenn Smith and Opelika on the lot or online at glennsmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show, brought to you each and every day by some wonderful sponsors. Russell Do-It Center, J.H. Smith Construction and Excavation, and Central Alabama Community College. We'll talk more about those as we go forward.
Before I take these calls, I got to get to David's comment. He said, thanks for sitting in for me, Brett. He said, I got to get home, watch the game again for Thursday's show. But my myriad of problems on offense, I may take the next year off on the road trips. No, 0-3. David, do not come to Nashville. I've already got my tickets. You can blame it on me if we lose, which there's a chance. I mean, you would think going to Vanderbilt where they seat 25,000 people, the stadium's destroyed, and they look pretty bad. But anyway, please, just for me, David, if you love me, you just stay home. Let me see if I can get a road win for us. And he's on the SEC road trip from you know what right now. And hopefully that'll turn around, David. It's not your fault. We know I'm just kidding. But Lord have mercy, man, it's brutal right now. Let's go to the phone lines. Larry, go ahead, buddy.
Okay, like I was saying, I watched the game Saturday, and Don didn't seem like he had it, and actually didn't seem no better. Why don't they just try to work the third-string quarterback in and see what he can do?
I think that's a big-time question there, Larry, that all of us have asked, and it kind of is scary, to be honest. If they keep running Peyton Thorne and Robbie Ashford out there and not giving him a chance, is he that bad? That's the thing that scares me. And
I think the third-string quarterback should deserve a chance, too, since the first two quarterbacks ain't doing too good.
Well, I don't know if I want to throw Holden Geriner out there
is he that
against
bad,
Georgia.
Is he that bad?
And his first start.
But what's he doing right now in practice? I mean, can he not move up let's not worry about throwing him to Georgia or throwing him to Ole Miss in a few weeks. What's wrong with right now?
He looked very comfortable in the game. Of course,
but he is still third string for a reason. I don't know what's
well, he's supposedly second string. It's or him and Robbie Ashford.
Okay.
Well, so you think they're going to give him a chance?
Well, we'll see.
I can't imagine you continue on with the Peyton Thorne if he plays like he did Saturday.
I'm ready to go to the Notre Dame box if this doesn't work out.
I know.
Larry, we appreciate your call, buddy. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day. Let's go back to the phone lines. Terry, what's up, buddy?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Man, it's good. As good as can be.
Andy, did I hear you correctly? 15 tackles behind the line and 7 sacks?
That is correct.
I can't lay that all at the feet of Peyton Thorne. I don't think he played very well at all, but that's not good. And that's an offensive line that pretty much put together. It's better than last year's, I promise you that. But at times Saturday looked like last year's. So,
guys,
guys, I know I'm not on a limb here, but I predicted Auburn to beat Georgia. I don't think Georgia's near as good as y'all think they are.
Well, they're not as good. I mean, no, they're not as good, Terry. I mean, nobody in this league's that good. I mean, LSU was taken to the wire by Arkansas. I don't know who's stepping up really in the country right now that's a very good football team. And so, yes, if we could get anything going on offense, we'd be in all these games.
I just got a feeling. I've had a feeling since about January Auburn was going to upset Georgia. Because I think Georgia's living on borrowed time. I think they beat a very bad TCU team in the bowl game last year, and that team's gone. Stetson Bennett's not there. All those first-round draft picks are not there. That's a different team, and it's a team that's going to have to adjust. Now, next year they might be totally different, but I just think they're right for the picking right now. I do. And but
if we had
I agree with the last call. I think you ought to give Holden Gruner a chance at some point because it obviously ain't working out otherwise.
If we had a quarterback right now that can make any plays, man, you'd feel okay about going into this game because I'm with you. I mean, you look how they played against South Carolina. You look at this past week against UAB. It was, 28-14 at half. I mean, this is not a dominant performance. Now, their running game's really good, and they still have a pretty good defense, but they aren't world beaters by any stretch. They're not the Georgia of the last couple of years, at least not right now they're not. So, I mean, the thing is, if we had a quarterback who could make some plays, we could make this thing really scary Saturday.
Now, this Georgia team is more beatable than the past two, I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And, Brett, did you hear what I said about Peyton Thorne when he put up those numbers against Sanford?
What'd you say?
I said, they don't let me in the valedictorian of summer school. Appreciate it, guys.
Yep, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Good analysis there. I mean, I can't argue with
Look,
it.
I think the quarterback position, obviously, that's you're exactly right. If we can get anything going there, I feel like the running game at times against Texas A&M, the running game was going pretty good. At times, in the first half and the second half, it's been
it was going good
all year.
We had it going, and
but you got to be able to throw the ball some.
Turnovers and penalties. I mean, even when we dodged that bullet of that scoop and score, you come back and get a penalty on the next play and bumps you out.
And a sack, I think.
Steve said, "Hey, you finally got reality." Auburn passing a total of 56 yards. He said, and did I see David on TV? Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yep, and you did see David right there before the game started. Glenn said, as a non-fan, you got to let him get his own class in there. He never liked the offense. And
of course.
Absolutely. I think everybody's in agreement with that.
This is not a time to make a judgment about Hugh Freeze and his tenure at Auburn.
Please,
that's not.
Please, nobody. It don't matter what happens.
That has nothing to do with it.
Let's not even bring that up.
We're just trying. We piecemealed a team together, and we're trying to be competitive and figure out how we can maybe win a few games this year. That's all this is. This is a one-off.
That's it.
Yeah.
You just summed it up. Ty said, I don't have any confidence in Peyton Thorne. He looks like he's playing scared. Auburn needs to go back to Auburn football, run the football. Yeah, look, you've got to be able to throw a little bit, though, to loosen it up in the middle. You can't just run into the middle of 8-9 men boxes. I mean, you're just going to have to be able to figure out something in the air. Ed said, best comment from Freeze, me, Cohen, and everyone else in the athletic department are wearing our Own to Victory shirts every day for a reason. I mean, I'm not even going to dive into that comment. It turns my stomach. I mean, it is where we are, but that's what it's all about now. It's really nothing else. It's just all about the money. Justin said Saban lost to La Monroe's first year. Kirby lost to Vandy. What did they have the following February? Number one recruiting class. Most important thing right now is recruiting bowl eligibility. Saying that, the offense has to improve. I think Justin pretty much summed up the first two segments of the show, what we've said, and he's right. I mean, this is as you mentioned, a one-off. I'm not analyzing or critiquing or evaluating Hugh Freeze on anything this year because this is not his team. This is the cards he was dealt when he came in here in January, okay? So he's just doing the best he can and until he can get his own
He's got to do better than 56 yards back.
Yeah, and he knows that. He knows that. So he's got to figure that out. Hammer says, it doesn't matter how bad y'all look or feel. We're going to have to bring it. And Jordan Harry, Chelsea's a big Georgia fan. He said, that's a tough place to play. Well, we hope so. We hope it's at least.
We've certainly played better at home so far.
We do. So we'll see how it all plays
Up against another break. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
L&G Ad Agency is the go-to vendor for all your digital and print marketing needs. We have in-house production for all projects, including graphic design, web design, social media marketing, videography, and print marketing. Our video production is up to industry standard with modern 4K cameras and drone capabilities. We pride ourselves in client-committed relationships, and every project is personalized to your needs. Visit lmgadagency.com for a free quote today. Let us tell your story.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 for Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Let's go back to the phone line.
Jerry, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Jones, how you all doing today? Appreciate you taking my call.
Good deal, brother.
No, I know how you're doing because I'm feeling the same damn way. I waited about calling in because I wanted to kind of see the tone and tenor from you all and Spot on. I agree exactly with what you're saying and all, but I will say a couple of things. When that game started, all the way through that first half, and really through the whole game, but that first half, our defense was laying the wood to them. We were making them go back to the sidelines holding themselves. They didn't want no part of it, and I was so proud of that. And in the second quarter, we controlled the ball for somewhere around 12 minutes and couldn't come up with but a field goal. Missed that wide open shot, and I thought, honestly, we got to rolling there running the ball, and I thought it was well-designed plays, executed, and we were really looking sharp. We just couldn't pull the trigger and get that wide open guy running down the sideline, and I think that's kind of what surprised me is Peyton Thorne does not see the whole field. He gets locked in on one guy, and he's not accurate. You see too many times somebody over on the side just kind of like a safety valve. You don't even see him, don't get the ball over there. He's slow. He's slow in the pocket. I know he's not real fast, but he's slow in the pocket. And he's got to learn how to get rid of the ball and not quit taking them sacks. And I'm surprised because him playing 2 years in the Big Ten up there, look, they got a lot of big stadiums up there, and they play a pretty good brand of football. And he's been through it for 2 years, and so I'm kind of surprised. Looks like he's got the hummingbird rear end to me, but that's just me, guys. I had to vent a little bit. Thank you for taking my call, and War Eagle.
Thank you, Jerry.
War Eagle,
we
appreciate
it. Yeah, we feel you, buddy, no doubt. So
quarterback play's got to improve. I don't know how. You got to sit down if you're Philip Montgomery and Hugh Freeze. You sit down this week and you evaluate the film, and you say, look, I mean, who gives us the best chance to win? And whatever that is, whatever the answer that is, you gotta coach them up. Now, you got Georgia this week. You got to go to LSU the next week. Then you get a week off. Then you get Ole Miss. But so I don't know what the answer is, Brett. But
yeah, nobody
it's
does.
got to be. Got to be something.
Couple
different.
comments coming in before we get to the next call. Randy said, "Is it that we are inept recruiting offensive linemen is the reason for our QB woes?" He said they leave Auburn, they play great. Never thought I'd say this. TJ Finley. I know he's gone to a smaller school, but he's in the top 30 in passing in the country. And I'm talking. I mean, there's only a few yards that separate like number 30 to number 14. So it's like he's right there, and yeah, he's off to a great start, and not so much here. Caller, go ahead.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
What's up?
What is the SEC going to do about Jimbo Fisher being on the field?
I don't know that. Well, we scored, so I don't think there's really much to be done now. If he would have run into him, it would have been a problem. I mean, probably needs – I don't know what the rule is on as far as fines are concerned, but, I'd almost have rather – I didn't think we were going to win the game anyway. I wish Asante just run over him.
Yeah,
we gotten way more out of it than the touchdown.
They called a 12 man. They're trying to get him out there with 13.
I'm telling you, if he'd have trucked him running full speed, we might not be talking about Jimbo Fisher anymore.
Yeah, we played Georgia this week, and then we off the next week, right? The 7th.
It's off after LSU, I think. Correct.
I think so.
I thought we was off October the 7th.
Well, we'll double check it and see. Look, either way, it doesn't matter. But one of the two, either prior to LSU or after LSU, we're off.
Yeah, my schedule says we're off to October the 7th.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
There you go then.
Okay.
All right, Charles. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Apparently, Hugh Freeze said that if Gardner's the guy, then he needs a lot of reps.
Ty said it is next week.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know. Ty said the defense playing well. Can't stay on the field the whole game. I wish Asante would have run over Jimbo. I would have sacrificed a touchdown for him to get trucked. I'm assuming this is Luke under the Sports Blitz when he said Buckner or Thorne. Who you taking? Ugh. I mean, right now, at least, albeit it was against Sanford, Thorne at least showed some semblance of something.
Yeah.
Now, against a decent opponent in Texas A&M, he was 6-12, so I'm not sure.
Maybe, Brett, we're just the worst road team ever. Maybe that's all it is.
Yeah. We used to win games on the road, Andy, remember? Remember that
Vaguely.
day? Remember those days?
Vaguely. Yeah.
Those days, we
It's
actually used to go on the road and win games.
Okay.
So, hey, we actually win road games in basketball now. Used to be you couldn't never win a game on the road in basketball. Now we win road games in basketball. Can't win them in football. It's just
so is it an open competition going into this week? Do you think at quarterback?
What do you think?
I mean,
at this point in time, I'm not willing to call it a competition anymore. It's the lesser of evils. Who can go out there and not just completely crap the bed?
Yeah.
You know, the lesser of the crapping is the route I'm going to go.
Now, and Jeremiah Wright didn't play it down, as far as I know, on the offensive line Saturday. You know, Cameron Stutz was supposed to be I thought, one of our better offensive linemen. At least, you know, Hugh Freeze said, hey, man, he sets the standard. And he got beat several times.
Well,
I think Too Tall Miller, they say he's going to be a really good player, and I think that's probably true. But right now, he's getting beat bad on the outside. So
Ty said the bowl projection he saw, and I know this is almost asinine to even talk about a bowl projection, but Liberty Bowl against Central Florida. That would be something.
Yeah. Hughes said he's struggling with the play call.
Yeah.
Not play calling, I think is probably more accurate to say. So,
right.
Wonder if that's going to change moving forward.
I don't know. I don't know.
Up against another break here. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
"76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community."
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Lay your best to rest. Call the best. Lewis Pest Control.
Lewis Pest Control is now serving Alexander City and the entire Lake Martin area. They've been family owned and operated for over 60 years. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial, Lewis has environmentally safe products for all your pest control needs. Lewis Pest Control.
Lay your best to rest. Call the best. Lewis Pest Control.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Lake Area Realty specializes in Lake Martin real estate. They can help simplify your next real estate purchase or sell and have helped many home buyers and sellers through the area buy and sell real estate with precision. Lake Area Realty utilizes powerful marketing tools and knowledge of the lake to help you with your next move. Call your local hometown agency today, Lake Area Realty, at 256-825-4800. That's 256-825-4800. Lake Area Realty, helping you find your way home.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you. Just a couple more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Again, Central Alabama Community College campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. We appreciate them. Great opportunity to get a great education. Some Russell Dewitt Center, 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. And J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job too big, no job too small. Give them a call today, 334-531-0199.
John said, I don't think play calling is a problem. He said, we had receivers open. We just couldn't execute. I mean, yeah, I think.
There were times, yeah.
You know, when you have a play that's there to be made and you don't make it, you're not going to beat anybody. And I think that was the frustration with Freeze. He's not expecting us to go out and dominate somebody, but when you have opportunities here and there to make plays, to move the ball down the field or to score, and you miss those wide open plays, it's almost like he's like, there ain't nothing else I can do. You know, there's nothing more than that we can do from standing over here on the sideline to help you not miss that throw.
Now, I've kicked Thorne a little bit today, and rightly so, but in his defense, average Auburn third down with Peyton Thorne, 3rd and 12 in this game.
Right.
That's you. I don't care who you are.
You're behind the
You're
chains.
not going to do that. We talked about that coming in. We talked about matchups last week. Auburn's offensive line versus their defensive line, which is the strength of their defense. They killed us. That's just the bottom line. We got obliterated there. Stay out of 3rd and long. We were in it all day long. First down. What was Auburn? Negative play
Recipe
here, there.
for disaster every single time.
You're just not. You can't do that. So how do we stay out of those things? Hey, that's above my pay grade, but they better figure it out. Are there going to be a lot more beatings along the way?
From a defensive standpoint, I mean, I think Jerry said it in his call. You know, we controlled the ball, and we had a chance to take control of the game second quarter, and this team couldn't do it. Okay, so that tells you where we are as a team. You had them reeling on the road or at their place, and we had control. There was really not much crowd involvement at that point. You could tell they were frustrated. You know, Connor Weigman goes out, and then they bring in Max Johnson, and he looks like, what is Jimbo Fisher and Bobby Petrino been watching in practice? You know, he comes out and was dang
well. He
perfect.
looked great on the first 2 drives.
Did, and then he went back. Then he went back into what I guess why he
we all
sitting
thought he
over
was
on the daggum bench. So Ed said Vegas opened up the Georgia line at 14.5. It's already moved to 16.5. So. Gabe,
why wouldn't it?
Well, no kidding. It may be at 20 before it's over. Gabe said some of that is on Thorne for not getting rid of the ball and being hesitant. And you're right, Gabe. Like I said in the first segment, when you got somebody immediately off the snap in your face, that's one thing. But when you're back there surveying the field and, you know, that clock's going off in your head, you can't take a negative play. You got to waste the football. You know, that was one of the best things about and I'm not comparing the two, but I remembered Eli Manning when he was at Ole Miss. He was the master. You aren't going to sack him. If he even remotely thought you were going to get him, he would throw it into the fourth row. And so that you've got to have that about you as a quarterback, that internal clock, knowing that if it's not there, if I'm unsure, you either got to run, Andy, if there's a lane to go there, or you got to waste it. You can't just sit there and take sack after sack and kill your drives, especially when you're moving in close to the red zone where you can get some points. You know, if we don't kick that 800-yard field goal right there, I mean, we almost got knocked out of field goal range there.
Yes, but I mean, Alex McPherson's looked great so far this year. That was right down the middle. Now, we ain't even mentioned the snap over the punter's head by 6 feet. So it was like, I thought Peyton Thorne was snapping it. Well,
then he punted it, and it was probably his best punt of the day.
Yeah, so the special teams has not been look, Brian Battie was really good in this game.
He looked really good.
I mean, if nothing else, we learned that Battie his speed translates to the SEC.
It does. That
guy, I mean, he looked really, really quick, and I think he could be a weapon if we'll use him. I mean, where was Fairweather? He got, 2 receptions, did I say? Well, 3 for 5 yards. 3 receptions, 5 yards.
Like John said, you know, you got 2 to 3 seconds back there, tops, to make a decision on what you're going to do with the football. And I said that earlier. You know, it's that 3-second, really 3 Mississippis. You take the snap, and these plays are designed to get the ball out of your hand. And you just sit back there. You're going to get a holding call, or you're going to get sacked.
You know, on the 4th down, when Peyton Thorne did the John Elway, he got hit, but he dove for and got the first down.
Yes.
Did you have a feeling like, okay,
he's in there.
Here we go.
That's right.
Now we got something going. We made this 4th down, and we just, I think we went straight backwards. And I don't think we got anything out of it.
You know, out of the first half, I took away that I said, man, both these teams suck. You know, that's what I was like. Texas A&M is, if they don't figure something out themselves, and they're the ones that already have 2 really good recruiting classes on their belt, and I know they're good on the defensive front, but, man, their offense.
They got the supposedly 4th best roster in the country.
That's what I'm saying, and that's all they could do. I'm telling you, they got a long road ahead of them, too, in my opinion.
No question.
So.
And hey, if you're looking for positives as well, Auburn proved, hey, we'll take your quarterback out. So
we'll hit you in the ankle.
I mean,
now the guy you'll bring in will look like All-American.
Yeah.
We should have just left that guy in there.
Maybe better, but anyway.
He was off too, by the way.
Yeah.
Weidman.
Yeah,
he was struggling.
He was.
He was missing wide open. We were bringing pressure, and we were making him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So.
Don't go anywhere. One final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Monday afternoon. SEC over the weekend. Alabama bounces back, gets a win over Ole Miss. Alabama,
their defense has played well.
They didn't play great, but
their defense
they got
has
it done.
played well from the onset.
Alabama people, when Hurts threw that pick in the end zone, they were just like,
oh, you talking not Hurts.
Not Hurts. What's his name?
Milroe,
yeah.
They wish
Dude,
they had.
wish
they had Jalen Hurts.
He kind of
back.
reminds me of Jalen Hurts.
No. But, yeah, that was horrible. I mean, just that's what you get with Jalen Milroe.
Yeah.
It's just got to stomach it. If you're out, but you're like, when is this coming? Oh, there it is. We're first and goal inside the 10. I'm going to throw it directly to the other team.
Yeah.
Okay? So, you're going to have that a couple of times a game. You just got to live with it because you've seen the sample of what's behind him, which is nothing. So, you just got to live with it. But Alabama bounces back, and they really controlled it. This high-powered offense of Ole Miss with Jackson Dart, they managed one touchdown in this game. So, Alabama's still got a really good defense, and, they can run the football well enough. And if Jalen Milroe doesn't make an overabundant amount of mistakes in a game, they're going to have a chance to win the rest of them. Kentucky over Vanderbilt 45-28. Kentucky this week. They play Florida at home. They got a chance to start off 5-0. So does Missouri. Missouri knocked off Memphis 34-27, and then they play Vanderbilt this week. Missouri could be 5-0 starting the season. South Carolina won the battle of the bottom dwellers, including Auburn, I guess, but Mississippi State and South Carolina, the bottom dwellers of each division. South Carolina pulls it off by 37-30.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. You know, I mean, it goes to show you how much difference a week can make. I mean, you know, Mississippi State just looks like they've never played football before against LSU.
Right.
Will Rogers throws for about 110 yards, 120 yards. And then in this game, he throws for nearly 500 in this game. So, you know, you can bounce back and have a much better week.
LSU and Arkansas. Arkansas coming off a loss to BYU, had to go to Death Valley and really had a chance, man. They were right there, leading the game and tied up right there at the very end. But LSU goes on a 5-minute and something drive, and you know, just kind of odd that, you know, Pittman didn't allow LSU to score, to at least give the ball back to their team and try to force overtime. But he tried to stop them, but you know, basically it was a chip shot field goal to win the game, and LSU does at home. LSU continues to you know, figure out ways to win. That's the important thing.
Well, look, ask Clemson how that works out.
That's right.
Trying to kick a chip shot field goal. Sometimes it don't work out.
Sometimes it don't work out, does it? Tennessee over Texas San Antonio, 45-14. Florida struggled with Charlotte, 22-7. They just aren't impressive. I know the week before they had a big win, but this wasn't pretty. And then Georgia, I think it was 28-14 at half against UAB, and ended up being 49-21. But they just don't seem to be firing on all cylinders either. So that's kind of a wrap up of
they're holding back.
Yeah, they're holding back for us for sure. Yeah, they don't want to show too much, right? Against knowing they got to come on. But you know, this will be Georgia's first road trip. You know, again, do I think that matters after the first, you know, few possessions of the game? No, it ends up being football at that point, and I don't know that we can muster up enough offensively to scare them. It'd be nice. Now, can they struggle against our defense? Yeah, it seems like Georgia at times this year has struggled offensively. They did in the first half at home against South Carolina. They couldn't get anything going. So we'll see how Carson Beck, you know, responds to being on the road in an SEC environment. You know, it'll be loud. It's the oldest rivalry in the South. They'll, you know, it'll be jacked up a little bit, but, you know, at the end of the day, usually the best team wins, and they have the rosters are so polar opposite right now. It's not funny. On paper, the game shouldn't be close. So,
will Auburn's defense be able to keep them in the game like they have been doing? Hopefully, if we're a kind of a mash unit. But Auburn's secondary has been, we talked about, they were going to be the strength coming in.
Yeah, but we got two or three guys hurt now.
They have played exceptionally well. And if that can continue and keep, and that run, the defensive line, again, I got no complaints with Ron Roberts. I think he's done a great job. We came in the season thinking, boy, the defense, we're worried about that, but we feel good about the offense. Well, it's been the opposite so far.
Totally opposite.
If Auburn can just figure out something during the week, and maybe, and again, Peyton Thorne, if he does start, he plays better at home.
Like how to complete
so maybe
a
he'll be
forward
more
pass.
comfortable.
Like how to complete a forward pass.
That will help.
That would
help.
That would be a start for sure.
So we'll see what happens.
And just got to say one thing about the NFL yesterday: 70 points by the Miami Dolphins. They were 72 is the record by Washington Redskins back in the 60s, 1966. They were in field goal range on fourth down with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go to kick the field goal that would have given them the record, and they chose to take a knee. So, showing a little class, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure the Broncos appreciated not getting beat by 73, but by 70.
That's exactly right. Right.
Oh, well. Anyway.
How's a bludgeoning?
Yeah. September the 25th, birthdays today. How about Michael Douglas? How about Luke? Luke used the force. Mark Hamill.
How about that?
Born
I
on
thought you were
this
talking about our
day.
Luke there
Yeah,
for a
really.
second.
Anson Williams. You know Potsy from Happy Days?
Potsy.
Bob McAdoo, Christopher Reeve, the late Christopher Reeve,
right.
born on this day. Sylvester Croom, somewhere he is still building to a championship. But it doesn't. Heather Locklear, lovely. Scottie Pippen, Will Smith, Catherine Zeta-Jones, John Lynch, Matt Hasselbeck, and Chauncey Billups, all born on this day.
Okay.
Yeah, how about that? It's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. Join us tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. For Brett, I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.